as we go into the last topic of the week. Before we do that, we got another sponsor. If you don't mind, guys, bear with me and check out the More Than Just Vaginas podcast. That's right. The ladies from the podcast, More Than Just Vaginas, they recently helped us out on the channel. We had a discussion about prenups. It was like, I think it was on episode 184. Very funny ladies. I asked them if they wanted to sponsor one of our topics, and they were like, yes, definitely. And so yeah, go check them out. I really support their channel. There's some awesome, funny ladies, very smart, very talented, and they got a great show for you guys. Go check it out. So every Saturday on their YouTube channel and on their podcast. I think you can check them out on SoundCloud as well, and on their Spotify and iTunes. So check it out. They are more than just vaginas. These ladies are too smart, too funny.
I didn't realize you were such a feminist.
I mean, I try. I try. I am a feminist. But go check them out, guys, every Saturday on their podcast, More Than Just Vaginas. I feel like it was in the contract. I have to say More Than Just Vaginas at least 5 times.
You just it's like when a little kid learns a curse word. You're just excited to say vagina so many times.
Vagina.
It's not a dirty word. They're beautiful.
And speaking of vagina, what's the next topic?
From people.com, a man from Baton Rouge, Louisiana was arrested at Disney World in February for refusing to undergo a temperature check. Newly released body cam footage shows Kelly Sills, 47, was arrested on February 13th by deputies and a security manager at Disney Springs after he bypassed the temperature screening test. In the body cam footage, he also tells a deputy, "I spent $15,000 to come here." Cool. Sills had a change of heart and told deputies he was willing to take a temperature check just before his arrest. "They'll do that in jail, sir," a deputy reportedly responded. "Burn."
That was, and I listened to it. I heard the cops say that. I almost died laughing because it's typical. He knew the situation he was about to put himself in. He was trying to be all big and bad. I'm a millionaire. I can do whatever I want when I want. And the second the cops showed up, then it was like, oh no, it's not me. He tries to backpedal.
It's just insane to me. Like, it's not even like not that you should be pulling this BS anywhere, right, but it's not even like a grocery store where it's like, I've definitely heard of people where it's like, and I get it. These poor employees are like, I'm making minimum wage. I'm not going to fight some asshole who won't put a mask on and like get COVID, or I'm just going to let them like in and out as fast as they can, God willing. It's Disney, dude. You are not going to win that fight. Like, the degree to which, like, I was just talking to someone. I was at Disney once with some friends, and we got like we're at the other park where you can get beers. So we got some beers, and my buddy like just went to pass his beer off to his girlfriend. And she tried to sip, and immediately security was there. Like, "Ma'am, can I see some ID?" Mm-hmm. Like, they are, and like she was of age and everything. They don't kid around. Yeah. You constantly have eyes on you, and it's their property. It's Disney property. They are not going to mess with you. They're not going to play your game,
But did you also hear what he said in the video about like when the cop was like, "This is private property. They can't kick you." No, I paid $15,000. You know how much money I paid here? You cannot kick me out when I paid $15,000. Walt Disney,
like, there is a line of people behind you ready to pay 16, sir. Like,
exactly.
Disney World.
Dude, Walt Disney made what, $2 billion off of The Force Awakens. They're not worried about your 15 G's, sir.
Also, how were you spending maybe 1,500?
He said he brought his whole family and something like that. It was him, his wife, and his family was with them.
I'm just gonna say it.
People in. Or something
also this guy, I forwarded you those articles this morning. Yeah. That guy is also just a terrible trash.
You want to talk about that a little bit? There was a lot more going on with this dude.
So basically, some information has come up about this guy, Kelly Sills, that he, on top of, what a stupid hill to die on, first of all. Like, you knew a temperature check was part of the deal, my dude.
Right.
But it then came out that he both potentially was misspending. He like fired a bunch of employees, and it came out that he had gotten like way more, like, was that like PPE loans in the pandemic than he was disclosing, and had an employee recently have an accident, and the employee found out subsequently that Sills had not been paying into his employees' health insurance.
Right, the medical insurance. Yeah. So one of his employees got into a really bad motorcycle accident, and he's now an amputee. And just was like, they just found out right there after surgery, you don't have any medical insurance. Like, what the heck are you talking about? It's I pay, for my insurance through my employer. And lo and behold, his employer is this ass clown who hasn't been paying anything. That's crazy. So all this. So not only do you not of course, because of the pandemic, you furlough and you have to lay off all these employees, and then after you do that, you still game the system to get all of this grant money from the government. And
that's where the PPE loan went. He's $50,000 that he somehow spent to go to Disney World.
But you got money to go to Disney World, but you didn't pay the money for your employees' medical bills.
I feel like it reminds me of the like they got Al Capone on tax evasion stuff, of like this guy pulled all this stuff, and then it's like, no, he's in jail now and like very easy to find, because he decided he didn't want a temperature check at Disney World.
He did it to himself. It's like you bring now all this negative attention you just brought onto yourself from this Disney situation is now going to pile on. I mean, I'm sure that people were trying to get some momentum on the other things that he was doing, but this Disney thing now brought the world's views onto you. So now it's. I don't know what's going to happen in those courtrooms, but I'm sure it's not
so weird to me too, because it didn't even strike me, and not that like those people aren't also just like raging assholes, but it didn't even strike me as one of those, like, because sometimes you get people doing the non-mask thing or the whatever, and it's like so clearly like, okay, you wanted this attention, and like this dude, I got more of the feeling of like, you thought you'd get away with this, and I truly don't understand how.
He was pulling that "do you know who my dad is" BS, but he's the dad. That's the vibe that he was getting. It wasn't like he was trying to go
my
viral.
Dad is $15,000 is going to be very mad about that.
It's like, oh no, Disney is definitely going to keep that money.
I will say, shout out to my actual favorite anti-mask asshole in all of this. They're all terrible, but there's a video somewhere of some dude getting like escorted out of Disneyland. This was like a year ago almost at this point, getting like escorted out because he wouldn't wear a mask, and he just like wildly misquotes A Bug's Life. Like, he just says that they're like escorting him out, and he's like, no, come on, guys. Like in Bug's Life, what Hopper says, when one guy stands up, one ant stands up.
He tried to motivate the ants, but didn't realize he was the grasshopper, huh?
Pretty sure Hopper's the bad guy. Second of all, don't quote a Kevin Spacey character and expect to be on the right side of history. Third of all, that's not the quote, my dude. I know none of us have seen A Bug's Life in a decade.
Did nobody have a giant acorn to give him to throw at his friend to do that right? No, I don't know. I got to check that out. I'm going to look that up. Well, guys, let us.
I think I sent you that clip. Highly recommend.
I got to watch it.
Comedy.
But guys, let us know what you guys think about this whole situation with Disney. By the way, just like we learned in real estate school, you do not, just because you paid your money to get into this private property, which that's what Disney World is. That's like if you go to a movie, you're technically just like leasing that seat. The landlord can kick you out if you are causing a disturbance. If you
come into my apartment and poop on my floor, I'm going to ask you to leave.
I paid $15,000 to poop on this
I don't care if you brought a case of Bud Lights. Like, get out.
It does, exactly. And so Guys, let us know what you guys think. I'm sure we could talk about this until the sun comes up, but
people pooping on our floors.
Yeah, about the yes, because I got some stories. But put it in the box below. Let us know what you guys think about this, and maybe we'll talk about it some more. Pooping on floors, Bugs Lifestyle. I think that was how that movie ended. Didn't
Welcome to Talking Through the Pooping on Floors.
Talking through the poop. But that's that's the show, guys. Thank you for indulging us once again. Another week of talking through the poops, and as we talk about these three trending topics of the week. Oh my goodness, that's too much. You really brought in the bugs. Now I feel like watching that movie again. I don't know why now. Why do I feel like watching a Bugs Life?
Let's go like live tweet a Bugs Life to each other.
Yeah, let's make that trend. Wait, that was Kevin Spacey. No, I can't watch that. Thank you guys.
But not on the ride. I recently found out.
On the ride.
You ride the Bugs Life ride. It's a different guy doing the voice. This is not interesting to anyone but me. Wrap up the show.
I mean, thank you again. Don't forget, you hit the if you like this episode, hit the like button. That really does help us out. Support the channel. Maybe if you want to become a patron, guys, a little bit of an update. We do have a membership here through YouTube. There's a join button that will be disappearing. I am reactivating I'm focusing more only on the Patreon part of it again. So become a patron if you want to help out and support the channel. Join us on Patreon. Sponsor us there, and I really would appreciate it, guys, if you want to become a contributor here.
You can watch so much more all through our Patreon page. Our supporters help make all this content possible, so make sure you check out our Patreon page so you can help us bring you the content you want.
I don't think any guy that I've been with has ever recapped. They'd be like, wow, that was amazing.